because I really love how this fresh moss grew in. I think replacing all the moss with new stuff would be a really great way to revitalize the terrarium, basically starting from scratch. But our ferns are actually producing new fiddleheads. This little guy down here is our native fern, and then the one in the center is actually still producing brand new fiddleheads. Although they are thin and they are small, I think it's starting to struggle, just not getting enough light. This new addition is looking really good, but our rue anemone is not. I think I'm going to pull it out because it basically died back. So I can see the little seeds forming there. So we could potentially let a couple of those drop. Look at how amazing these fresh mosses are. We've still got that pattern stuff. That's all new growth because we kind of sprayed it down, but it just regrew. Reminds me of like stained glass or like frost on a window. It's like the unseen world, but we get a little glimpse in this little microcosm here. It's just impressive how it fills the entire terrarium. And this is all new growth. We sprayed it down, which kind of peeled it back like a really thin veil. Look at that little rainbow on the strawberry. There's little prisms that form in the glass up here where it gets thick. So I think that's what we're seeing there. You can really see that mycorrhizae or whatever it is there too. Gosh, that stuff is weird. I think it is a mycorrhizae fungus or something. Because I don't think plant roots would do this. I think these are more of a network of fungal strands. But that little rainbow effect is beautiful on that strawberry leaf. But the greenery is going crazy. This little one that looks kind of like basil was nice and low, but now it's pretty much grown to the top of the jar, sending out roots all along the stem. I've just got the jar cracked right now because it's in a little bit of full sun, so I don't want it to overheat, and I also want to evaporate some of that moisture. Really see some of that moisture in there. But I think these are little worm castings. So we must have introduced a few new animals in here. I think I see some new plants down there. Right in the center, just below the fern. It looks like wood sorrel, right in there. It's kind of a clover type plant. But there we can see our native fern. Really nice leaves. Then the big fern, still doing really well. And then our new plant has completely reached the top of the jar. Still have a snail. That's good. I love having snails in here. It's so weird. It's just resting under a leaf. But we also have baby snails like this little thing. I think that's a baby snail. I love having a fern in here. Kind of went through a few stages, didn't look so hot, but now it's setting on new growth because I'm giving it more sun. basically got it on the same shelf as all my other plants. Finally found the worm. It's right in there. So he's digging little tunnels, which is actually probably beneficial to the terrarium, aerating things. Looks like maybe a little sprout there from moss. Could be. But he's taking up shop and just kind of tunneling around. And he takes his worm castings and puts them up right at the surface, just like these. So he buried a little bit of moss, but I think overall it's kind of a fun little experiment. So we finally found our worm.